Community Day Classic is coming up soon on April 7th, and that Pokemon is going to be Bagon. Yes, Bagon is coming back to Comm Day Classic, so for all of us that have missed it in the past, this is a fantastic time to make up to get that beautiful shiny green dragon, or if you need more XL candy for this Pokemon, because remember, it's a very good budget mega, also a great day. So we're gonna go over all the details and some of the top prep tips in this video, so welcome to the Trainer Club, here we go! I love Bagon. I think it's an extremely cute Pokemon. I love the green shiny, and it's a very valuable Pokemon in the game. So let's get after everything we need to know about this day, and then we'll get into some of the prep tips. So we have April 7th from 2 until 5 p.m. That's going to be on a Sunday. Make sure to block out that time for this Pokemon, because I want you guys to optimize this day so that if you never see a Bagon again in your life, you have more than enough candy, XL candy, and you are good, set, and ready to go. And if you guys have been patient, this Pokemon is going to get the move of Outrage. So Outrage is the premier dragon type attack move right now in the game, and the other move out there is Breaking Swipe. I have seen both moves being recommended over each other, so for me, they're pretty much the exact same move. I know some operate a little differently. One's a 3-bar charge and a 2-bar charge, but for this purpose and intensive purposes of this video, they are relatively similar in output as damage as a meta attacker. So we're gonna treat this Pokemon as is. So Outrage, extremely powerful. Hopefully you guys have been patient, because reminder, I always tell you guys each and every video that patience always does pay off the most in Pokemon Go, because you'll be able to save resources, save your time, save your energy, and I try to coach you guys to the best of my abilities through all of these situations. And the bonuses of this event are going to include 3 times catch XP, so we are going to be able to get 3 times catch XP, so if you guys do need XP, this is a great time to be able to do that. Number 2, 3-hour incenses, 3-hour lore modules, and you will be able to get snapshots. The one thing I dislike about Comm Day Classics is that we're not able to get the 4-star, which would be Shelgon raids, to extend this day further, although yes, it did have a Comm Day in the past, and this is technically a second Comm Day for this Pokemon. A lot of us didn't even play the first time, or weren't even playing in the game, or maybe missed out on it. So for a lot of people, this is the first time to experience that Comm Day, so I don't think that should be taken away. Also, having 2 special trades, I think, is just a way to draw the people out in the community, to help people engage with each other, and to get rid of some of those lucky friends that you have saved up and be able to have impactful trades. So those 2 features, if you don't want to give us 2 times the likelihood of getting XL candy or 2 times catch candy, totally fine. We can get around that with using Mega Level 3 Pokemon. There is going to be the $1 quest line as always, that I will do as a overview right close to the event, and then I'll also do a best of the best in that video with the Salamence and to see where it does sit in the game. Not only that, guys, there's going to be a couple bundles that are going to be out. As always, they're going to give you Elite Charge TM. Some of you guys may need them for the Kyogre raid day if you did happen to get a hundo. It did seem like they are giving out quite a bit of hundos on that day. I have never seen that many people be getting hundos. In comparison to Origin Form Dialga and Palkia, it was a much different experience. So man, oh man, I'm glad that all of you guys had a great day. Hopefully you guys got a few shinies. You can always use those as trade levers to lucky trade to try to get yourself a 98% IV shiny, or even a lucky shundo as well, which is amazing. One will be 120 Ultra Balls, 15 Silver Pineapple Berries, 6 Incubators, and 1 Incense for $9.99. And then for $13.50, you'll get 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Super Incubators, 1 Elite Charge TM, and 5 Lucky Eggs. Or you could do the 480 Pokecoins, which will give you 30 Ultra Balls, 1 Incense, 3 Super Incubators, and 1 Lore Module. So this is a day to be reckoned with because of the Mega Level 3 Salamence. It's a great budget Mega, guys. If you don't want to go after the Rayquaza, maybe you missed out on the Mega Rayquaza raid, you did not get the Meteorite to be able to unlock Dragon Ascent to be able to get the Rayquaza all the way up there, and maybe you don't even pay to raid for some of these Pokemon, you'd prefer to go out on the easier, free-to-play way, and that would be through Mega Salamence and other pseudo-legendary type Pokemon. Pseudo-legendary meaning they have similar stats to legendaries, but they're not considered legendaries, and most of the time you can get around having to pay to raid or play for them, which is a very big plus in the game, and I highly suggest most of us already take advantage of that. So now let's get into some of the top tips to help you guys prep to optimize this Comm Day in tip number 1. Tip 1, we have a lot going on. There's events going on constantly in the game. It's very easy to just expand your bag and not go through and delete a lot of Pokemon. What I suggest doing is trade every day if you have Pokemon that you want XL candy for, so you can stay ahead of the game in getting that XL candy. Number 1. Number 2, you want to ask yourself the question, do I need this many of this Pokemon? Do I need 30 Litten shinies from Comm Day? I'm telling myself that. I don't need 30 of them. I probably will never get asked to trade a shiny Litten ever, I would think. So I don't plan to receive one. I don't really really want one. Will I use some of those shinies as casual day swaps to maybe get a lucky of them? Sure, I might. So I have to take that into account as well, because you guys do get a special trade per day. I always suggest you guys do that because that one can go lucky. Could even turn into a shundo for you guys. I've seen somebody like my buddy Brendan happen to get a random ghastly shiny trade that went into a shundo, which was extremely awesome. I mean, how awesome would it be to open up a trade like that? So always do that special trade each and every day. So we're gonna ask those two questions. Then we have to ask ourselves about the future. Will this Pokemon be worth it in the future? Will somebody want it? Is it a trade leveraged Pokemon? I mean, something like a shiny Pancham, if you happen to hatch 5 of them and you're super lucky, you're like, wow, I don't need 5 of these. Do not transfer that. You have to judge which the rarity of these Pokemon, what people are gonna want, because I don't have a shiny Pancham. Many of people out there don't have that, and I think that most of us would know that, but we obviously have to stay abreast of what's going on in the game, what's valuable. And then also I'm gonna throw another thing in there, because there's been so much increase in XP events around gaining XP that maybe at some point a level 60 could come out. So think about it, if you are a GBL player and you have a Pokemon such as Umbreon for the Ultra League that maxes out at 15, 15, 15, below 2500, if level 60 comes out and you're able to power that Pokemon up 10 levels, that 100% IV for Ultra League would change for the optimal one, right? So you have to kind of factor that into play when you are playing this game, just to be optimized, because for me, what pains me is I had a 0-15-15 Marill that I deleted. Level 50 came out, and now that's the rank 1 Marill, and I haven't been able to get that since. So that's the only scenario in my mind that kind of plays with me that I want to share as some wisdom with you guys, which then leads me into tip number 2. Tip 2 is all about Mega Level 3 Pokemon. So if you do not have a Dragon Mega Level 3, please make sure to have one by this date, because we don't get the double candy bonus and we don't get the double chances of XL candy bonus. So you're gonna have to influence that, and the way to influence that is through Mega Level 3 Pokemon. There are many Dragon Mega Level 3s in this game, which include Charizard X. We are going to get Ampharos. We are going to get Sceptile. We can get Latios, Latias. We can also get Salamence. We can get Rayquaza, Altaria, and Garchomp. So wow, we have a ton of them. Please make sure to find, if you don't have a Mega Level 3, whichever one of those is closest to reaching Mega Level 3 by simply checking out your Pokemon, clicking up into the corner, seeing what Mega Level it is, and if it has days away, such as if we go into my folder where I'm doing the free evolutions, look in Garchomp, it's going to say it has a grand total of 10 times to reach. So you want to go and figure out which of these Pokemon that you can get up in the shortest amount of time. It looks like I did a lot of those Garchomps at the same time. And if we did go into this Rayquaza, it has one more day away. So I'm already good and set on this Pokemon. But guys, Mega Level 3 is massive for your gameplay. It helps out tremendously in the game, and it will definitely increase your candy and your XL candy for those Pokemon. That's why I say have one of every type at least. I go for 4 of every type. So if there was an event that I had to play more than 4 days, I would be able to, on that 5th day, I would already have that first one that would be a free Mega Evolution again. So I would never have to pay for Mega Evolution energy on any of those Pokemon. And that's how I kind of phrase that in my mind, which then leads me into tip number 3. Tip 3 is about playing for this day. So I want to challenge you guys to think about in your area, if there's a place or somewhere close, let's say you're inland California in Irvine, and you could go to the coastline such as Dana Point, such as Laguna Beach, such as Newport Beach, that gets more windy weather than you, because just as a reminder guys, windy weather is going to boost this Bagon. So you want to find the balance of playing in a place that is very OP for spawns, you get amazing amount of research tasks, and could potentially have windy weather. So if you can optimize that, play for it, and then go for the gold, you can do that. And another thing I would suggest is trying to find a friend that's going to play over 100 kilometers with you, because maybe you won't get a 100% IV Bagon. What I would suggest doing is saving all your Bagons from 100 kilometers. The reason why is because you get an extra XL candy every time you trade. So if you are worried about that, you can do that. If you're not, it doesn't matter. And then swap all of those Bagons. There's certain Pokemon that I do all these swaps for because I want lucky hundos to power them up for half of the Stardust. And those Pokemon, a couple of them are Dratini, Bagon, Gibble, Goomy, and other Pokemon such as that. And when every time they do come up, I will tell you guys those are some of those Pokemon, and this is definitely one of those. So guys, that is gonna do it. Get out there, get prepared, get your Mega Level 3, clean out your bag, and one more, start stocking up on Ultra and Great Balls. What you wanna do is spin as many stops as possible, open all of your gifts every single day, and go after getting all of these. Even if you have to delete some red balls to be able to get some Great and Ultra Balls, it's worth it. Delete all your berries or feed them to gyms as a better practice to get some extra Stardust along the way. All these little practices over over time will pay off. Don't overlook that 300 to 500 Stardust just by getting rid of some berries in a gym, just mindlessly clicking. You can even be doing something and tapping on the screen. Every 10 berries, you can switch Pokemon. You can do 10 Pokemon with 10 berries every half hour, and you can keep dumping all your berries. It's a very efficient way. Set your 30-minute timer and optimize in that regard. As far as pineapple berries go, you could use them, but honestly for me, it slows down my catching, my shiny rates, and my Stardust, and in this case, it would be XP. So I would rather you guys play a little bit harder than worry about giving each and every Pokemon a pineapple berry unless they give us the quick berry button, which would mean that you could put a berry above the berry tray so you could just tap it every time it holds that berry, which is a feature that I am hoping at some point they will bring into the game, because I'm all about, as you guys have seen and in some of my videos, that we have been seeing a lot of these changes be made into the game to help you guys play the game more efficiently, faster, quicker, and to be able to have more richer experience in Pokemon Go. So hopefully you guys are behind me. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys out on the next video. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, participation to X level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.